Hello everyone. I hope this message finds you all in good health and high spirits. Today I want to share some profound wisdom from my Uncle John, a truly remarkable man who just celebrated his 80th birthday. Over the years, he has lived alone and gathered a wealth of experience about aging gracefully while maintaining his independence. Spending time with him has been both enlightening and heartwarming, and I believe his insights can offer valuable guidance to anyone navigating the challenges and joys of living alone in later life. Before we begin, I'd like to extend my warmest wishes for peace and happiness to each and every one of you. If you find value in this video, please consider subscribing to the channel by clicking the link below. Your support means the world to us. Also, we would love to hear your thoughts or experiences of living alone, so please feel free to share them in the comments section. Now, let's dive into the timeless wisdom that my Uncle John has shared with me over the years. His experiences have shaped not only his life, but also offer lessons that can benefit us all. First and foremost, avoid complete isolation. After my Aunt Mary passed away 15 years ago, Uncle John found himself withdrawing from the world. The lively home that once echoed with laughter, conversations, and the clinking of dinner plates became eerily quiet. Days turned into weeks where the only person he'd speak to was the mail carrier or the cashier at the grocery store. One afternoon, as he sat alone at his kitchen table, he realized he couldn't recall the last meaningful conversation he'd had with someone. Loneliness isn't just about being alone, he told me during one of our heartfelt talks. It's about feeling disconnected from the world around you. To combat this profound sense of isolation, he made a conscious and determined effort to reconnect with others. He started attending community events at the local senior center, where he met people who shared his interests and life experiences. He joined a book club which not only reignited his love for literature but also provided a platform for engaging discussions. Additionally, he took up playing chess with neighbors and even strangers at the park. These activities reintroduced him to the joy of companionship and the simple pleasure of sharing moments with others. Human connection brings color back into life, he often says with a smile. The friendships he formed not only filled his days with laughter and meaningful interactions, but also provided a support system during tough times. He also explored other avenues to stay connected, such as volunteering at local shelters and participating in community gardening projects. These activities not only expanded his social circle, but also gave him a sense of contributing to something bigger than himself. Being part of a community gives you purpose, he shared. It reminds you that you're not alone in this journey. Secondly, never neglect your health. Living alone means there's no one to remind you to take your medication, notice if you're under the weather, or encourage you to see a doctor when something feels off. Uncle John admitted that in the years following Aunt Mary's passing, he often skipped doctor appointments and ignored minor aches and pains, dismissing them as just part of the aging process. That complacency changed dramatically when he had a health scare, a mild stroke that could have been prevented with proper medical care and attention. The incident was a wake-up call that spurred him into action. Since then, he's been diligent about his health. He keeps a meticulously updated calendar of medical appointments, sets multiple alarms for his medications, and incorporates daily walks into his routine. Your health is your wealth, he often emphasizes. Without it, independence isn't much fun. He also took up Tai Chi, which he practices every morning in the park. This ancient martial art not only improves his balance and flexibility, but also provides a profound sense of peace and mindfulness. Taking care of your body helps take care of your mind, he told me. He's become an advocate for preventive care, encouraging others in his community to stay on top of their health screenings and regular checkups. His proactive approach has not only improved his quality of life, but has also inspired others to take charge of their health. Uncle John also emphasizes the importance of mental health. He practices meditation and keeps a journal where he writes down his thoughts and feelings. Mental health is just as important as physical health, he says. It's crucial to address stress, anxiety, or depression proactively. Third, prioritize safety at home. One evening, Uncle John tripped over a loose rug and fractured his wrist. The incident was a stark reminder that his home, while familiar and comforting, had potential hazards that could jeopardize his well-being. He realized that as we age, our living environments need to adapt to our changing needs. He took proactive steps to make his home safer by installing grab bars in the bathroom, securing loose rugs with non-slip backing, improving lighting in dim hallways, and ensuring that his phone was always within reach. He also invested in a medical alert system that could summon help at the push of a button. It's not about being paranoid, he told me with conviction. It's about being prepared and taking sensible precautions. He recommends regular home safety assessments, either done personally or with the help of a professional. Sometimes we overlook simple things because we've grown accustomed to them, he said. But small changes can prevent big accidents. By making his home safer, he's been able to maintain his independence without unnecessary risks, giving both himself and his loved ones peace of mind. Fourth, avoid developing unhealthy habits. With no one around to keep you in check, it's easy to slip into routines that aren't beneficial to your physical or mental health. Uncle John found himself staying up late into the night watching television and mindlessly snacking on junk food. He noticed he was gaining weight, feeling sluggish during the day, and experiencing mood swings. Recognizing this downward spiral, he decided to make significant lifestyle changes. He established regular meal times, focusing on nutritious foods like fresh fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. He limited his screen time, especially before bed, in favor of engaging in enriching activities like reading, painting, and woodworking. "Discipline is freedom," he remarked during one of our conversations. "When you take care of yourself, you feel better in every way." He started cooking more, experimenting with new recipes from different cuisines, and even began a small vegetable garden in his backyard. "Eating well doesn't have to be complicated or expensive," he said. "It's about making conscious choices and taking pleasure in the process." These changes not only boosted his energy levels but also improved his overall well-being, both physically and mentally. Fifth, don't let your home become a burden. Maintaining a large house became increasingly overwhelming for Uncle John. The upkeep was exhausting, and the empty rooms served as constant reminders of the past, amplifying his sense of solitude. The garden, once a source of joy, became a chore he dreaded. After much deliberation and with input from family and friends, he decided to downsize to a smaller, more manageable home. He moved into a cozy bungalow with a quaint garden that required minimal maintenance. It was tough leaving the old place, he admitted with a hint of nostalgia, but letting go of what no longer serves you opens up space for new joys and opportunities. The new home requires less maintenance, allowing him more time and energy to focus on activities he truly enjoys. He also feels a greater sense of security in a space that's easier to navigate and manage. A home should be a haven, not a hindrance, he told me. The move not only alleviated the physical burden of maintaining a large property, but also lifted an emotional weight, giving him a renewed sense of freedom. What are your thoughts on leaving your longtime home? Leave a comment below. Sixth, keep a sense of purpose. Retirement and living alone can sometimes lead to feelings of aimlessness or boredom. Uncle John missed the structure, social interaction, and sense of accomplishment that his teaching career provided. The days seemed to stretch endlessly, and he felt a void that leisure activities alone couldn't fill. To address this, he began volunteering at a local elementary school, helping children with reading and math. The joy he found in mentoring young minds was palpable. He also started writing his memoirs, a project that allowed him to reflect on his life's journey and share his stories with future generations. "Having a purpose gets you out of bed in the morning," he said with enthusiasm. "It gives your days meaning and makes you feel connected to something larger than yourself." He finds great joy in his volunteer work, saying that the children's enthusiasm and curiosity are contagious. "They keep me young," he laughs. Writing his memoirs has also been a deeply rewarding journey, allowing him to process his experiences and leave a legacy for his family and others. "Purpose doesn't have to be grandiose," he told me. "It's about doing what brings you joy and makes a difference, no matter how small." Seventh, remember you don't have to do everything alone. Initially, Uncle John was hesitant to ask for help, fearing it would make him seem incapable or burden others. One harsh winter, after attempting to shovel snow from his driveway and slipping on ice, he realized the importance of accepting assistance. The fall could have resulted in a serious injury. Now, he hires someone for heavy chores like snow removal and yard work, and he isn't shy about asking neighbors or family for a hand when needed. "There's strength in recognizing you can't do it all," he told me wisely. "And people are usually more than happy to help." He has built a supportive network, exchanging favors with neighbors, such as collecting mail when someone is away or sharing home-cooked meals. He stays connected with family through regular phone calls and visits. "Community is about give and take," he said. Helping each other enriches everyone's lives and fosters a sense of belonging. 8th, maintain your home environment. Clutter and disorganization can easily accumulate when there's no one else around to help keep things in check. Uncle John noticed that his living space was becoming cluttered with old newspapers, unopened mail, and miscellaneous items that no longer served a purpose. The disarray affected his mood, made it harder to find things, and even posed safety hazards. He dedicated time to decluttering, organizing important documents, and creating a comfortable, welcoming living space. "A tidy home leads to a tidy mind," he said with satisfaction. "It's refreshing and invigorates the spirit." He now has a system for keeping things in order, which includes a regular cleaning schedule and designated places for important items like keys, glasses, and medications. This organization not only makes his daily life easier, but also reduces stress and anxiety. "Knowing where everything is gives you one less thing to worry about," he mentioned. 9th, keep track of time by establishing routines. Without a structured schedule, days can blend together, leading to a sense of disorientation or even depression. Uncle John found himself losing track of time, forgetting appointments, and missing important events. To bring order to his days, he started using a planner and a wall calendar to organize his activities. He sets aside specific times for exercise, hobbies, social engagements, and even relaxation. He also sets alarms and reminders for regular tasks like taking medications, watering plants, or calling family members. "Structure brings balance," he explained thoughtfully. "It keeps you engaged with life and ensures that you're making the most of each day." He enjoys the predictability and comfort that his routines provide, while still leaving room for spontaneity and new experiences. "It's about finding a rhythm that works for you," he said. "Routines give you control over your life, which is empowering." 10th, be cautious about holding on to too many sentimental items. Over the years, Uncle John had accumulated a lifetime's worth of belongings, many of which were attached to precious memories of loved ones, travels, and milestones. However, the sheer volume became overwhelming, both physically and emotionally. The clutter made it difficult to move around his home and often brought up feelings of nostalgia that bordered on sadness. He decided to embark on the emotional journey of sorting through his possessions. He kept items that truly mattered, like family heirlooms and cherished photographs, and found new homes for the rest. He donated to charities, gave away items to family members and friends who could use them, and sold some things at local flea markets. "Memories live in your heart, not in things," he reflected during one of our deeper conversations. Letting go can be liberating and make space for new experiences. This process was undeniably emotional, but ultimately freeing. He feels lighter and enjoys the simplicity and openness of his surroundings. "It's easier to move forward when you're not weighed down by the past," he told me with a newfound sense of peace. "Plus, knowing that my items are being used and appreciated by others brings me joy." 11th, prioritize emergency preparedness. Uncle John hadn't given much thought to emergencies until a severe storm hit his area, causing a prolonged power outage. Unprepared, he struggled without essentials like batteries, non-perishable food, a first aid kit, and a charged phone. The experience was unsettling and highlighted the importance of being prepared for unexpected situations. After that ordeal, he assembled a comprehensive emergency kit and developed a plan for different scenarios, including natural disasters and medical emergencies. He keeps important documents like identification, medical records, and insurance papers in a waterproof, fireproof box that's easily accessible. He also maintains a list of emergency contacts, including neighbors, family members, and local services. "Being prepared isn't about expecting the worst," he said thoughtfully. "It's about ensuring you're safe and can handle situations no matter what happens." He advises others to regularly check their emergency supplies, replace expired items, and update their plans as needed. "It's a simple step that can make a big difference in a crisis," he emphasized. "Peace of mind is priceless." 12th, stay on top of your finances. Managing money can become more complicated with age, especially with the rapid shift to online banking and digital transactions. Uncle John found it challenging to keep track of bills, bank accounts, and investments. He also became concerned about the potential for financial scams targeting seniors. To simplify his finances, he set up automatic payments for recurring expenses like utilities, insurance, and subscriptions. He regularly reviews his bank statements and credit reports to monitor for any suspicious activity. Additionally, he worked with a trusted financial advisor to organize his investments, create a budget that suits his current lifestyle, and update his estate planning documents. Financial peace of mind allows you to enjoy life without worry, he told me. It's important to stay informed and proactive. He encourages open communication about finances with trusted family members or professionals. Transparency helps prevent misunderstandings and ensures your wishes are respected, he said. It also provides an extra layer of protection against fraud. 13th, embrace new technologies. Initially, Uncle John was hesitant to delve into the world of technology. The idea of smartphones, tablets, and social media seemed overwhelming. However, he recognized that technology could be a powerful tool for staying connected with loved ones and the world at large. With a bit of encouragement, he started learning how to use video calls to chat with family members scattered across the country. He even joined social media platforms to reconnect with old friends and former students. Technology can bridge distances and open up new worlds, he said with enthusiasm. It's worth the effort to learn, and it keeps you connected in ways I never imagined possible. He also discovered online communities and forums where he could discuss his hobbies and interests with like-minded individuals. It's amazing how you can find a community for just about anything online, he remarked. It makes you feel part of something bigger. 14th, engage in lifelong learning. Uncle John believes that learning doesn't stop when you retire or reach a certain age. In fact, he feels that it's more important than ever to keep the mind active and curious. He attends lectures at the local community college, participates in online courses, and reads voraciously on a variety of subjects ranging from history to science to art. Curiosity keeps the mind sharp and the spirit young, he told me. There's always something new to discover, and learning enriches your life in countless ways. He also joined a creative writing group, where he not only hones his writing skills but also enjoys the camaraderie of fellow writers. Engaging in learning activities stimulates the mind and introduces you to new ideas and perspectives, he said. 15th, practice gratitude and mindfulness. Living alone can sometimes lead to dwelling on negative thoughts or past regrets. Uncle John makes a conscious effort to practice gratitude daily. He keeps a gratitude journal where he writes down things he's thankful for, no matter how small. He also practices mindfulness meditation to stay present and appreciate the moment. Focusing on the positive aspects of life improves your overall happiness, he shared. It helps you realize that even in solitude, there's much to be grateful for. He finds joy in simple pleasures like watching the sunrise, listening to birds sing, or enjoying a cup of tea on his porch. Mindfulness allows you to fully experience life, he said. It brings contentment and peace. Uncle John's overarching message is clear. Living alone doesn't have to mean being lonely or helpless. It's about embracing independence while staying connected to others, taking proactive steps to ensure your well-being, and finding joy in everyday moments. He often says with a twinkle in his eye, life doesn't stop at 80. There's still so much to learn, experience, and contribute. His journey has inspired me deeply. Witnessing his resilience, wisdom, and zest for life has taught me that aging is not something to fear, but to embrace with grace and dignity. Uncle John has shown that with the right mindset and actions, the later years can be some of the most fulfilling and enriching chapters of our lives. If you found Uncle John's story insightful and inspiring, we'd be honored if you'd join us on this journey of sharing wisdom and experiences. Please consider subscribing to the channel to hear more stories and life lessons from him and others like him. Your support means the world to us and helps build a community where we can all learn and grow together. We'd also love to hear your thoughts and experiences. Feel free to share them in the comments below. Uncle John and I look forward to reading and responding to them. Let's continue to learn from each other, support one another, and build a community where we uplift and inspire. Remember, no matter where you are in life, each day is an opportunity to grow, connect, and find joy. Thank you for being part of our lives, and we look forward to sharing more with you soon.